Hi everyone, this is Lorraine and this is Felix, and today we are filming our 6-week update. Felix is 6 weeks old and I am 6 weeks postpartum. Felix? Oh, hi. Hi. Say Felix. Felix. In general, he is a very, very happy baby. But as I'm trying to film this, he's trying to fall asleep. So you probably won't see any of that happiness in this video. Look at, there you are. Oh, there's Felix. So I am 6 weeks postpartum. I feel really good. He keeps sucking. I'm breastfeeding right now. So now Felix is in all 0 to 3 month size clothing. Size 1 diapers still. I feel like he looks so big. I don't know what his weight is or anything like that. So time will tell because we have his next pediatrician appointment at 2 months. Yeah, so I feel like he's at least doubled in size. He was super tiny, and I've been like editing these videos that I made since he was born, and I think I'm on like July 17th or something like that. I'm posting them on YouTube as well. I'll put a link to those as well, but I've been posting every day his life, and so I've started from the beginning, and as I'm looking at it, I'm just like, oh, he's so big. He's so big now. So I feel as though he's doubled in size. He's staying awake for a lot longer periods during the day. And as long as he's happy when he's awake during the day, I'm happy. Like, we started to do kind of more tummy time on his skip hop play mat. I think they called it an activity mat. I'm not sure. We used it with Graham too. And I was kind of like, oh, this thing isn't very like cute. Let's just skip this and not use it. And I was thinking about getting rid of it. And then I brought it out and laid him on it this past week. And he really loved it. He really loved it. So I'm like, okay, I'll keep it, it's fine. And he seems to really like it. So we've been putting it in Graham's room and laying him in there while Graham plays, and he kind of just stares at like some of the things on the play mat. He really seems to like the monkey the best on the play mat. I'll show you that now. Your big brother, huh? You like to hit that whale. So he's been really liking that. He likes just laying on, I'll lay him on the ground on a swaddle blanket or something like that, or a blanket. I'll just lay him on the ground and he kind of just looks around too, but he really seems to like his activity mat now. We went over to my dad's house today and I didn't bring the activity mat. I just laid him on the floor while my dad and my son Graham played, and he just was really happy just watching them play. So he's just more awake during the day now, but just very content during the day. And when he uses his activity mat, I had someone comment on my Facebook page and they're like, my baby doesn't lay like that flat on their back. And I'm like, it's only for like certain periods of time. Like maybe it's 10, maybe it's like 15 minutes or something like that. It's not like it's an all day occurrence. It's everything in moderation. So it's just like building up these babies liking certain things, just building it up daily. So that's what I try to do, just build up the time more and more. And I think it's working out really, really nicely. He also has started to like his Nuna leaf, which I'll show him in as well. And that has gotten to be like for 10-minute periods of time. But I love this like more awake, more alert stage. It's just so much more fun. I like the baby where they're sleeping and you're just like, oh, it's so peaceful and nice. But when they're like looking around and learning and I don't know, just getting a personality, I like that better. So just, it's getting more fun. He did, and because he was putting him on his activity mat, I do put him on his tummy on the activity mat. Very short periods of time on his tummy, like maybe 3 minutes, not very long. And if he gets really frustrated on his stomach, I take him off of his stomach, or maybe I'll keep him on it for like a second while he's frustrated, but I don't leave him frustrated on his stomach. But he did flip over from his stomach to his back at 5 weeks. Super impressed. I have a video of Graham doing it at 7 weeks, and that I felt like was super early. But when I watched Graham's video, which I'll link that down below as well, when I watched Graham's video at 7 weeks of him doing it, he had a lot more head control. So he's lifting up his head like really, really well. So Felix isn't doing that quite yet, and he's only done it one time, but it was the sweetest thing in the world because Graham and I were in his room and we were watching Felix play, and Felix was on his belly and then he flipped over to his back, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he flipped over to his back, and Graham's like, yeah, woohoo! Like, that is the coolest part of it, is that you got so excited about this. Is such a happy, lovely baby. It's so easy to make him smile, which I absolutely love. He's just such a good baby. He's such a good baby. So happy, healthy. Just wonderful. So I really can't complain. So he's doing really, really well. So I had my 6-week doctor's appointment and everything is going well. I am okayed for everything, so that's good. So I'm breastfeeding at the moment. I'm 6 weeks postpartum. Everything is good. Breastfeeding is going magnificently. I had my 6-week appointment. That's where they check you to make sure everything is gone, is healed and everything. Everything is perfect, so I'm okay for everything, so I'm ready to get really sexy. Started at 130 some, and that was overweight for me to begin with. So I don't know how much weight I will lose from this point forward, but I'm hoping to get to like 118. So right now I weigh 140 pounds, and that seems like a pretty significant amount of weight to lose, but I like my body the best when I'm like around 118 pounds. So that's what my goal is at this point. And I can't wait to start kind of working out. I've started to eat better, but now I'm ready to like kind of start a little bit of exercise, and I'm just not 100% sure how I'm going to go about it. So I'm trying to determine that. I don't know if I should start with some videos at home and do that kind of approach. I don't know if I should start walking, but then I have the baby with me, so I have to figure out how I would transport him along the way. But I'm really excited to get super sexy as I'm saying that my boob is leaking and I don't have a breast pad in there. The one thing that I thought was interesting is my doctor said a couple things actually. He said if you get like a breast infection, you can experience flu-like symptoms and they'll go away really quickly, but they come on really quickly too. And one of the nights that I was just breastfeeding and stuff at home, my allergies, I thought, like were acting up really badly, and my nose just started running really badly, and I feel like maybe I actually had like a clogged duct in one of my breasts, because then I woke up the next morning and everything was fine. But I kind of was thinking about that after my appointment, and he was like, just look for flu-like symptoms, you could have a breast infection, things like that. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Everything checked out really well. He asked me what kind of birth control I wanted, and I didn't really want any birth control. Not because I want to have another child anytime soon, but I've been on birth control in the past, and birth control made me feel really, really bad. And then I heard something on the radio this morning. They were talking about birth control, and this woman was saying that she was with this guy, and they got married, and she had been on birth control the entire time. And then she decided that they wanted to start and try to have a family, and as soon as she got off the birth control, she didn't like her husband anymore. So the birth control can like mess with your hormones to that degree that you don't like things about your partner. And I don't know, that just kind of freaked me out even more. So if you are on birth control, I would love to know your experience and what kind you're on and all that kind of stuff. But for now, it's a while of actual trying for us to have successful pregnancies. So I didn't feel that concerned about taking any birth control. But I'm gonna show you my postpartum body now at 6 weeks. I've got to put on some shorts because I'm wearing a dress. But that's it for now. So if you have any questions, feel free to post them and I will answer them in next week's video and hopefully have that first month of essentials video up in the next week or so. I've got to still edit that and everything, but that's it. So I'll see you all very soon. Goodbye.